Domestic Violence Guide for Churches by Caroline Abbott. Congratulations on being willing to learn about a subject very few people are. Often in the Christian church, people don't want to learn about domestic violence, so hooray to you for tackling this topic. We will begin by understanding the dynamics of domestic violence. Abusers can be male or female, and so can their victims. You might have to deal with either. However, most domestic violence is perpetrated by men. Often in the church, you will find male abusers because they are adept at twisting God's word about submission to keep control over their wives. To make things easier in the presentation, I will use he for the abuser and she for the victim. As Christians, we can agree that we are all sinners. However, abuse is a category of sin that is unique. While we have all lied and broken God's laws during our lifetime, we are not all abusers. An abuser looks at the world very differently than non-abusers do. An abuser seeks to gain power, control, and domination over others because he feels entitled to this power. He feels validated to use any means necessary to force his victim to do what he wants. Abusers are usually not constrained by the conscience that most of us have. In their mindset, they deserve power and control because they are superior to their victims, and the victims exist only to serve the abuser. Remember, dealing with abusers can be dangerous. This presentation will suggest several actions you and your church can take to help abuse victims. Consider these suggestions carefully. If you're ever unsure how to help a domestic violence victim, call your local police department or your local domestic violence crisis center. Many people wonder, why do abusers abuse? What motivates this behavior? There are many incorrect beliefs or myths about why an abuser will abuse. Here are a few. First, that he can't control his behavior. Second, he doesn't know how to handle his feelings. Third, he was abused as a child and this is the only way he knows how to behave. Or fourth, that he has poor communication skills. Here are a few more myths. That he hates women or he's mentally ill. He has a low self-esteem. He isn't a Christian, he doesn't understand the Bible. Or he's addicted to drugs or alcohol. The truth about his motivations may surprise you. While drugs and alcohol can make his behaviors worse, they are not the cause of his abuse. Most abusers only abuse their intimate partners and children, and have complete control over when and why they behave abusively. They rarely lose control of themselves in other social situations, and usually look great to their bosses, friends, and pastors. They usually treat other women wonderfully. In fact, the only time they are abusive is at home. Why is that? In an abuser's mind, he abuses his victim because he likes being in control, he has convinced himself it is okay to behave this way, and he gets what he wants by his behavior. An abuser has a great feeling of entitlement and feels he has a special status no one else in the family does. In his mind, he has the right to physical, emotional, and sexual caretaking, deference, in other words, everyone should respect me, but I owe no one else any respect, and freedom from accountability. No one should question my actions. In contrast, his wife and children have few, if any, rights. Do you like what you've seen so far? If so, purchase the remainder of this presentation at carolineabbott.com/domestic violence guide for churches. Thank you.